An electric scooter is an eco-friendly way to go from place to place, right? Actually, they do more harm to the environment than good. All around San Jose State, you see them laying on the floor. Some of you like it, some of you don't. Some of you may even find it annoying that they're laying everywhere. Personally, I've never ridden one, but someone I know has been involved in an electric scooter accident and promised themselves they would not ride one ever again. I think that electric scooters shouldn't be used because of the hidden impacts they have on our environment and the safety concerns regarding these electric scooters, which is why we need to find alternative ways to replace these two-wheeled vehicles. My first point is to show you how the electric scooters have a hidden impact. So first I'll talk about the impacts when they're first initially being made. So Julia Rosen, a writer from the LA Times, said that the scooters have a 13-pound aluminum frame, an electric motor, and a 2-pound lithium-ion battery. And from creating these electric scooters to creating the parts, it makes up about half of its environmental impact. And not only do the scooters themselves contribute to environmental pollution, the steps that make the scooter adds to it as well. And second, I'll talk about the maintenance when it comes to the scooter. So let's talk about the electronic parts of the scooter. It'll say carbon-free ride on some scooters, but they don't tell you about the hidden impacts. And according to the website Benzinga, the charging process of these electric scooters takes up about 5% of the environmental impact. Vandalism also accounts for the maintenance. Julia Rosen said, scooters are treated disrespectfully because they aren't the riders who ride them don't own these scooters and they have little to no punishment when trashing these scooters. And the reason why people abuse these scooters is either because for the fun of it or they're just tired of seeing them laying around, blocking sidewalks, bike lanes. And lastly, we'll focus on the hidden impacts that people don't really think about. So, how other vehicles are being related to scooters. So, when riders are finished riding the scooters, they just leave them everywhere, anywhere. This means that workers need to pick up these scooters and drop them off at pickup sites. And this requires a vehicle which contributes to these carbon-free rides. Longevity of the scooters don't help either. With people abusing scooters, the cost of replacing the old ones and throwing away the broken ones aren't helping the eco-friendly way to travel. So now you know how scooters have a hidden impact on the environment. We can look into the safety concerns. My second point is to tell you how safety isn't really taken seriously when riding scooters. Let's start off with some stats. So Mark Beckett created a study from 770 patients related to scooter injuries. And according to the study, 60 in 100,000 trips result in injuries. And it cost about $367,000 to treat these patients. According to Beckett, he said that New Zealand has had a significant impact on both primary urban trauma centers as well as community care facilities. And this means that not only do scooters affect the environment, they also make it tough for healthcare facilities. And 25% of these injuries are related to alcohol abuse, which brings me to my next point, how safety laws don't really exist in some places. For example, in New Zealand, they don't have a law saying that there's a minimum age limit, a maximum speed, there isn't a law requiring you to wear a helmet, there isn't even a law prohibiting alcohol use. So now you know how safety could be a major issue. We can focus on alternative ways to get around. So lastly, I want to give you different options instead of riding an electric scooter. So scooters aren't the only way to get around without driving. Other ways without electronics could be just regular old scooters, riding your bike, roller skates, skateboards, or you can take the most environmentally efficient way and just walk. You can also get around by taking the bus. And since the buses are already heading to or near your destination, you aren't really adding to the pollution. And if scooters were somehow your last resort to get around, instead of renting one, you can just buy one yourself. And although it is a costly process, or purchase, you can gradually become more and more environmentally efficient rather than just constantly renting one. And you'll also take better care of the scooter because you purchased it yourself with your own money and no one else would be riding it. So, electric scooters can be more harmful than useful, from the unseen impacts it has on the environment to the safety concerns that relating to the electric scooters, which are some reasons why they should be discontinued in our cities. And I've stayed away from electric scooters my whole life, not only by seeing the dangers that it has, but also researching the impact it has on our environment. And the next time you're about to ride one of these electric scooters, just think to yourself, is it really worth it?